this camera centered for Instagram. Not better? Nope. That might be good there. All right. All right. We're live. There was a time when I would feel the weight of the world on my shoulders. It was heavy, I wasn't ready, couldn't handle the energy, something inside of me screaming to be free. See, I was raised in a hard environment, no time for crying, gotta be strong and keep on moving on, 'cause being a man means you're all on your own. And as time went passing by, my tears kept going dry, didn't know it was okay to ask for help. It's when I realized the power of the tribe could lift me up much more than I can ever rise myself. It takes a village. Oh, it takes a village. It takes some coming together in our hearts and in our minds. It takes a village to shine. It takes a village. Oh, it takes a village. It takes surrender and trust when you need your friends the most. It takes a village. From growing a garden to raising my kids, I can always count on my brethren and my sister. How I love the way you're holding sacred space, so I can show my face when the mask needs to come off. Seems like a change is coming up, a new way of life where everyone has a place to shine their light. My pride will get me nowhere when there's so many souls that care, so elevate my life with all your love, 'cause it takes a village. Oh, it takes a village. Whenever you need me, just call and I will be reciprocal of what you're giving. Ooh, it takes a village. Oh, it takes a village. It takes surrender and trust when you need your friends the most. It takes a village. Ooh, it takes a village. It takes a village. it takes a village. Ha la la la, yo. Good evening, everybody. Oh, man. Takes a village. Adam Williams, I love you, brother. Thanks for always being there for me, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate your friendship. I'm feeling my feelings today, and I sang this song, It Takes a Village, as more as an ironic thing today, because I don't feel like I have a village, and I don't want to be ungrateful. I want to be real. I've been raising my 2 kids with my partner, Lindsay, pretty much on our own for the last 4 years, with very little to no help. And it fucking takes a village. It really does. Sometimes I wish I had that village. Sometimes I wish I had a community that showed up. And I don't. And it might be a reflection of me. I don't know. I feel like I've been showing up in many ways for the community for years, since I got involved in plant medicine and started serving and helped countless numbers of people, and put my family to the side to do that because I thought I was on a mission. I thought the mission was to help heal this world. And maybe it was my ego. I'm learning all those things now. But I don't have a village. As soon as I decided to step away from serving, from offering medicine, and I only do it now in very reserved circles. Yeah, once the drugs weren't there, the community was gone. I feel like there's a huge void in the spiritual community, and this lack and this need for more and more and more. And when the medicine's gone, so are your friends. I need a fucking village. I can't keep doing this alone. So I was like, okay, let me put out some good vibes into the world through these lives. This is going to be my last one, doing it here on Instagram and Facebook. I'm going to move all this stuff to Patreon, and if you want to support me, you can find me there and support me. I can't keep doing this with no support. I can't keep chasing this with no support. Feels very lonely today. And I may regret all of this later, but I've chosen to live my life in truth. Not be a hypocrite, not try to act like it's all good when it's not. I got some stories and I got some things to share, and I'm gonna play some music first. because it's the only way that I can get my emotions out. And then I'll share some more. Those of you tuning in, thank you. Mis pensamientos me enloquecen, la quietud me enloquece, algo que no quiero ver se asoma y tengo miedo de ver y de ser. Las ilusiones son cadenas. Tenemos miedo a ser libres, libres de verdad, que es la libertad, que es la tristeza y la alegría, donde encuentro la felicidad. Todo es pasajero aquí en lo terrenal, donde encuentro la tranquilidad. ¿Dónde está la paz en esta oscuridad? La ira, ira, ira me entristece que nada tenga ya sentido y todo significa tanto. Que no escuchemos más al viento, al mar, a la naturaleza. Que seamos causa de maldades y no queremos ser la solución. Que no creemos más en el amor. Que no sabemos lo que es el amor. ¿Dónde encuentro la felicidad? Todo es pasajero aquí en lo terrenal. ¿Dónde encuentro la tranquilidad? ¿Dónde está la paz en esta oscuridad? La ira, ira, ira me entristece que estemos solos entre tantos. La programación de la radio y la televisión, la destrucción de las mentes, de nuestra nación, del medio ambiente, de nuestra casa y nuestros cuerpos, del tráfico de la ciudad. Habiendo tanto mar por navegar, de la pobreza, habiendo tanta riqueza, del egoísmo que hay en mí y que se refleje en otros. Que no queramos ver la magia de existir, que no sabemos ser felices y hacerlo para otros. Pero yo voy a seguirlo intentando. Siempre vamos a intentarlo. Y aquí encuentro la felicidad. Nada es pasajero, Él no es espiritual. Aquí encuentro la tranquilidad. Puedo estar en paz en esta oscuridad. Y aquí estoy en el silencio, cantando. That song is called Reflejo. It says, my thoughts drive me crazy. Stillness drives me crazy. Something that I don't want to see is creeping, and I'm afraid to see it, and I'm afraid of being. The illusions are chains. We are afraid to be free. Truly free. What is freedom? What is sadness? What is happiness? Where do I find happiness? Nothing. Everything is fleeting in the earthly realm. Where do I find tranquility? Where do I find peace in this darkness? It saddens me that nothing makes sense anymore. And at the same time, everything is so meaningful. That we don't listen to the wind, to the ocean, to nature anymore. That we are the cause of so much evil, and that we choose not to be the solution. That we don't believe in love anymore. That we don't know what love is anymore. Where do I find happiness? Everything is fleeting in this earthly realm. Where do I find tranquility, peace? Where is the peace in this darkness? It makes me sad that we are so alone amongst so many. The programming on the TV and the radio and the television that is the destruction of the minds of our nation, of the environment, of our homes, of our bodies, of the traffic in the city. When there's so much ocean to navigate, of poverty, when there's so much wealth, of the selfishness that is inside of me and is reflected in others. It saddens me that we don't want to see the magic of existence, that we don't know how to be happy or make others happy. But I'm going to continue trying. I will always continue to try. I've been putting out music and good vibrations into the world for years. And most people are on the sidelines, just watching, and that's cool. I'm trying to live a life where I don't cast judgment. But it's also very hard to see how unable to vibrate at this frequency people are, and how unable they are to click a fucking button and share this. Share this with your friends. Help your brother reach other people. It means the world to me if you did that, but nobody fucking does it. And I'm reaching a point where I'm just tired of it, and I'm tired of being quiet about it, too. Nobody owes me anything, and I understand that. I'm not entitled to anything, but I've been asking for help to support this music, to support this studio. I can barely keep this studio going. And it brings rupture into my family, it brings rupture into my life, and I'm questioning whether or not this is really worth it. When nobody cares, when nobody gives a fuck. And I don't like to generalize, and I think, like I said, I'm very grateful for the very few people that are in my life. And you guys know who you are, so please don't ever take this as a personal attack or anything. And I'm not trying to attack either, I'm just speaking my truth. And if you don't like it, move along. As most people normally do. Just move along. You're probably watching on the sidelines, but aren't capable of clicking that button, helping your brother. So a few years ago, while I was on this medicine journey, I had an assistant, son of a shaman. Respected shaman. Somebody who I thought was so pure, so beautiful, had such a beautiful heart, spoke so beautifully. He was in the medicine journey since he was a little boy. I took him to ceremonies with me. He had never worked with Wachuma. He had worked with ayahuasca most of his life, and took him to a ceremony once, or twice, or 3 times. Oh. And I'm not going to give any names, I'm not going to bring people down, but I need to share this because it lives inside of me every fucking day. So I brought him to ceremony, brought him to a beautiful community that I thought was my family. And he did something really inappropriate. I won't go into details, but he did the things that you're not supposed to do as a facilitator when you're serving medicine and when you're helping people in their healing journey. And it's this constant thing because it's not the first time that I've seen it. I stepped up to serve ayahuasca before my blessings, before I was blessed with permission from the Shipibos to offer their medicine. I decided to step up because I was seeing the shit that was going on around shamanism and womanizing and just lack of integrity. So I said, okay, I'll do it. I stepped up. But anyway, he did something really wrong, and that shook me to the core. And I had to step away for a bit because I hadn't seen this evil that took over my friend, my brother, somebody that I loved. And that came with a huge loss for my family because I was no longer working. And we had all this talk of community, all this talk of family, all throughout ceremonies, all throughout these journeys. And as soon as I stopped serving and I reached out to my community for help during a very difficult time, they were nowhere to be found except for Just a couple. And it's this repeating pattern that happens when the medicine is gone. Poof. And so I feel very alone on this journey in many ways. Yeah, my heart is broken. I'm gonna sing another song, but I got more to share. And it's my last share here on Facebook and Instagram and all these platforms that are just this, just poof, just things in the air. Myself a tune here. So is it worth it? I still don't know, fam. It takes a village, and that village is nowhere to be found. I haven't played this song in forever. I'll try. En estos días, todo el viento del mundo sopla en tu dirección. La osa mayor corrige la punta de su cola y te corona con la estrella que guía la mía. Los mares se han torcido como poco dolor hacia tus costas. La lluvia dibuja en tu cabeza la sed de millones de árboles. Las flores te maldicen muriendo, celosas. En estos días no sale el sol, sino tu rostro. Y en el silencio sordo del tiempo gritan tus ojos. Ay de estos días terribles, ay del no indescriptible. En estos días no hay absolución posible para el hombre, para el feroz, la fiera que ruge y canta siempre, ese animal remoto que devora y devora primaveras. En estos días no sale el sol, sino tu rostro. Y en el silencio sordo del tiempo gritan tus ojos. Ay de estos días terribles, ay del nombre que lleve, ay de cuánto se marche, ay de cuánto se quede, ay de todas las cosas que hinchan este segundo, ay de estos días terribles, asesinos del mundo. Oh man, yeah, my heart is so heavy. I am certainly by far not a perfect human being. I've made so many mistakes. I've been out of integrity. I've hurt my family. I am not perfect. I'm certainly not. I carry things sometimes with me that I wish I didn't, of a past that I wish I could have done so much better. I joined a group of brothers a couple of years ago. Oh, I need to share this because I'm holding it and I can't hold it by myself anymore. I'm so hurt by these brothers. We were supposed to be a men's group and a band of brothers, a band of musicians who came together to create medicine music. And at first, we were guided by the medicines to be doing this music. And then it became one big party. And this was right around the time that the story that I shared before of this person who did something very awful to one of the participants in the ceremonies that I was in. So I had left this scene of serving and I was doing very little of it. And so life became a party with these guys for a bit because I was hurt, distraught, confused. I went back to drinking. And every time we'd get together, we'd just do a bunch of medicines and drink and play really good music, but that was what that became, and that ended really awfully. It ended up in a situation where, long story short, I was found in a position where I had to defend myself from verbal abuse from one of these people. And by doing so, we had to make a really hard decision of not allowing this person to be a part of an event that we had. And this band of brothers, we had a little group chat. And it wasn't all of them. I'm thankful for those who remained neutral and true. You guys know who you are. But I was bullied. I was called names for defending myself. I was verbally abused and physically abused growing up. And so my biggest trigger is verbal abuse. And I won't stand for that shit. And I stood up for myself, and I'm proud that I did. To this moment, I'm so happy that I did. It hurts my heart because I lost even more community through that. But it leaves the question as to A, what are we doing? What are we doing medicine for? What are we doing medicine music for when we're not in our integrity? And I've had to come to a place where I've gone back to church and tried to find my way back to Christ. Even though I still don't resonate entirely with church and religious organization, it really, I wrestle with it tremendously. But I can't find it in the spiritual community. I feel like there's too much masking and numbing that happens. Yeah. At this point, it isn't medicine, it's drug addiction. And so I've been carrying all this stuff by myself. And I can't carry it anymore, and I won't be fake about it anymore. And this is why I don't want to do this anymore, these lives. I'm all done. I'm going to start a Patreon, like I said, and if anybody really wants to support me, then go follow me on Patreon and, come say hi at a show whenever that happens. But I'm feeling like I'm at a place where I don't know if it makes sense, because I don't know if people are listening. I'm going to do a Don McLean song. I love this song because I feel very connected to this story. Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills, sketch the trees and the daffodils. Catch the breeze and the winter chills in colors of the snowy linen land. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds in violet haze, reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue. Colors changing hue, morning fields of amber grain, weathered faces lined in pain are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They did not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now, for they could not love you, but still your heart was true. And when no hope was left inside on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you've met. The ragged men in the ragged clothes, the silver throne, a bloody rose, lie crushed and broken on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never will. Perhaps they never will. And I have to make my peace with that. Are you listening? Is anybody listening? Does anybody care how fucking awful this world is? Does anybody care how fucking awful it is to be so disconnected, to have all this fucking technology and still we cannot feel connected because all this shit is meant to divide us? And so I went, I've been going to church and I've been trying to find Christ. And God works in very mysterious ways. And so here I am, finding my way back to it, and then I get hit with this culture of spanking and this culture of spare the rod, spoil your child. And I can't stand it. It's been living in my body for the last couple days, and it's disgusting. I have 2 kids. I would never fucking lay a hand on my kids. I already made that mistake with kids that weren't my own. And I live with that every day. And I ask God for forgiveness every day for the mistakes that I made when I was younger and stupid and unaware. And here I am praying to Jesus, asking Christ to guide me, and I'm guided into this culture of spanking. And I'm trembling because it infuriates me. I used to get beat for pissing the bed. Because I was a kid, because I was nervous, because I didn't have my mom, because I didn't have my dad. I know what that does. And that brings pain and suffering for years. I would never be capable of doing that to my children. It's disgusting what religion has done to the world. I believe in Christ. I believe that the Christ was real. I believe that there was a man who walked this earth, who gave us these messages, who showed us the way. And then I believe that the people in power took that and twisted it in whatever ways that they found fit to oppress the world, to twist it around. It is Satan's job to turn things around, to turn things on their heads. And he's doing a fucking good job. So I find myself in that place of confusion of where is it? Where does the truth live? Where can I find it? And where can I find my people? And where can I find my community? Where can I find people that are real? I got stories for days. I've been around the fucking block. I'm so mad. I feel so alone sometimes. Not with my family. I have everything I need in them. But that very first song that I sang, It Takes a Village, came from a true place in my heart. A feeling that that was real. And I don't feel that anymore. I don't have a village. I don't have help. I raise my kids as present as I can be every day. I'm there, I'm playing. I'm showing up. I let go of my own self to be there for them. And sometimes, some weeks, I can't get a minute to myself. And then I put myself in these positions of committing myself to do shit like this so that I can try to put some goodness in the world, like it fucking matters. And I just realized more and more it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't matter to most people who are watching. I've taken so much time and care into putting effort into these beautiful songs that I feel can change things for the people of this world. They've changed it for me. They've made me a better human being. I no longer drink. I no longer smoke. I've let go of as many of the things that brought me down in this world to try to show up in integrity, to try to show up in truth. And everybody's just still asleep. There's so many fucking people who have drank so much medicine, and I don't see the fruit. Here I am. I'm going to continue to sing. I'm going to continue doing my thing. I don't know how long, how much longer. Most weeks I want to give up. Most weeks I can't make ends meet. I can't. Can't pay my fucking bills. Because I'm trying to do something that's outside of a world that is so deeply rooted in itself, in the ego, in the status. If I don't have money, I can't buy the friendships of musicians and artists that if they took a time outside of their own ego to see the kind of magic that I bring into this world and support this, I would uplift them so high. And I know my worth. Communication lines have broken down. This man is screaming to the top of his crown, can someone save me? He doesn't want to lose his mind no more. Seems he's opening the door to demons of before. Cold-hearted, angry, hating, and so full of abuse. It's time to let loose and put your holy energy to good use. Direct and guide your rage, just let it go. All you're doing is you're burning up your soul. Can we grow already so we can keep things steady? I'm not your enemy. Get on board and take responsibility. It's easy to complain, playing your blame game. There's nothing there to gain. You're only feeding your pain. It's all the same to me. So go ahead and be free, but leave your negativity out at the door and let me be. I don't wanna ride on your hate train. I just wanna live my life in peace and let love reign. So I'm praying for a brand new day. And yes, I'm praying for a brand new day. Give me some space so I can breathe it out before I scream out loud and let my soul be devoured by a million flames of this untamed rage. See, let's communicate, open up a channel and engage. Act your age for a change and break away from these chains. These nasty thoughts keep making you a slave. Let me persuade you to look inside and take some time to put things right in your mind. See, you can't hide from the lies you keep telling yourself. You're only living in hell, and now it's time to break away from the spell. Ride the soul train with me so I can set you free, and we can live in true harmony. Cause I don't wanna be another one who's lost in his tracks. Let's take a step back, we need to change the way we react. I don't wanna ride on your hate train. I just wanna live my life in peace and let love reign. So I'm praying for a brand new day. And yes, I'm praying for a brand new day. I say, I don't wanna ride on your hate train. I just wanna live my life in peace and let love reign. So I'm praying for a brand new day. And yes, I'm praying for a brand new day. Make way for the brand new day. Let's pave the streets with sweet love and positivity. See, here's my prayer for you, cause you're a child of the light. It's time to reunite your soul with the divine and let it shine bright. Gather your might and shift the paradigm. Open up your third eye, cause all this hate has got you going blind. We all want a revolution, we all want change. But if you don't put in the work, it's gonna stay the same. Meditate, pray, don't delay your growth. We gotta go with the flow. It's time to overthrow the mind control. You'll never know if you don't give it a try. Say goodbye to your old ways and get ready to fly. I'm the guy that believes in you, you know it's true. So break away from the pain and let the love come through. I don't wanna ride on your hate train. I just wanna live my life in peace and let love reign. So I'm praying for a brand new day. And yes, I'm praying for a brand new day. I say, I don't wanna ride on your hate train. I just wanna live my life in peace and let love reign. So I'm praying for a brand new day. And yes, I'm praying for a brand new day. I don't wanna ride. I don't wanna ride. I don't wanna ride on your hate train. I just wanna live my life and let love reign. I'm praying for a brand new day. And yes, I'm praying for a brand new day. I don't wanna ride on your hate train. I just wanna live my life in peace and let love reign. So I'm praying for a brand new day. And yes, I'm praying for a brand new day. And so all this despair and all this feeling like I'm completely alone. The only fucking person who supports me in so many ways is my partner and my mom. That's it. That's like the people in my life. And I'm grateful for them. Shout out to my mother. Shout out to Lindsay, who has to sit through all of this shit that comes through too, looking at me, trying to make it in a world that doesn't want this, it seems. I don't know how much more I have in me. And part of me wants to just go back into fucking carpentry and break my back for the rest of my life so I can feed my kids, not have to worry about all the shit that I have to worry about nowadays. And then I become reactive because I'm living in fucking fight or flight, and I'm living in scarcity. Because the shit that I want to bring into the world, people don't want it. You would rather see fucking wars happen. You would rather see people and children fucking wiping boots in Ecuador for a living. 5-year-olds, 7-year-olds. That's okay. Let's all just scroll some more, and let's go numb some more with some more fucking weed, and let's numb some more with some more drinks and cigarettes, and let's keep destroying ourselves. Because we can't bear the weight of the world, but we're also not willing to do shit about it. And we're still waiting for Jesus to come and save us. I bet if Jesus came back today, he'd be like, fuck this. I am not fucking saving you guys. You dug your own fucking hole. Because he wouldn't stand for this shit. He wouldn't stand for all this nonsense. And people claim to be so spiritual and connected, and I'm tired of it. I see right through it. And this is why I've taken a step so far back. I have 2 ceremonies in this summer that I'm doing for very beautiful communities, and after that, I'm done. Because it's not worth it to me anymore. It's not worth it to not be in a sober mind either. People think that these medicines are party drugs now. If you'd seen the amount of ketamine that people take, you'd be afraid for their lives, as I am. So yeah, this might be me digging my own hole in social media too, and honestly, I don't care. I don't care because you don't care. You know? Who cares? Nobody cares. I put up my music. Please share, familia. Please share, please share, please share. Not one person. I got one more song in me, and then I'm going to leave this to this world. Y'all can live in your virtual reality. I'm going to live my real life. Try to find a way to feed my kids. Because I can't buy the next workshop for the gatekeepers of the wisdoms to help me move forward. I can't buy the next thing that's gonna pay my entry bill to get friendships that will help me move up in the world, because that's how it works today. I've seen it very clearly. I know who these people are. I was so caught up in trying to be Rastafari and to follow what I thought was truth. And then one of the musicians that I follow is up on fucking Black Friday sales. Hey, buy my merch on Black Friday. And I get it, we all have to eat, but don't call yourself Rasta. You ain't no fucking Rasta. Don't even know what that is. And I'm not Rasta. I'm not anything anymore. There's only one thing that keeps me at peace, and it is the words of the Christ. And that's the one thing that I'm holding on to. But even in the communities of Christ, I'm seeing all the things that I'm seeing and feeling all the feelings. And I don't know what else to do now. Because that was the last place where I thought I was going to find some sort of peace. And the peace comes in here, and I get it. And I sit down and I go to my bath every single night and boil my emotions away. And I sit and I sweat and I cry and I do meditation and breath work. And I do this shit religiously every night to try to bring some peace into my heart, because this world is so fucked. I'm going to do one more song. This is my last soiree here. If you want to follow me from now on, I'll be putting up some Patreon stuff. Sadly, I still have to engage with this virtual world to try to get this music out, and I'm going to give it a few more shots, but I'm at my last. I'm at the end of this. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep it being able to sustain this. And it breaks my heart, because all I want to do is music. I think that was the gift that God gave me. And just the pressures of this world make it almost impossible to live on nothing. Make nothing with this music. Because of the gatekeepers. Gather round the fire burning into the night. Subtle drum controls your heartbeat. The wind, it gathers wisdom from the light. Freedom calls when souls come together in love. Free yourself from the prison that's in your mind. I see your eyes, they're lost behind the smiles. You start to cry. But no, you're not alone. You're wandering living soul can count on I and I. Jah knows we've suffered, and the roads we walk will make us wise. Remember who you are, remember you're the light. You are divine. You are the stars, you are the sun, you are the moonlight, you're the one who'll bring you closer to the sky. Feel how the rhythms they collide. So dry your eyes and live your life. Open your wings and learn to fly. Children of the light. Life sparked in me through death, a man and his last breath. Touch my chest, now he rests, eternal, glorious, surrounded in divine white light. No pain, no mind games, no more rat race. You embraced the reaper, you were ready to go. The fire in your eyes died as you ignited our souls. It's crazy how it goes. One wave crashes, another one flows. I guess that's life, but no one really knows until you row and row your boats down the stream of this rabbit hole. Take a leap of faith till you're no longer physical, it's critical. When we break away from fear, the illusion of death and separation disappears. So be here now, cause you're infinite, you're sound. Don't wait till you're 6 feet underground. Life is the game you make, so take the reins, create. Be grateful for the presence of the present time. You are the greatest story ever told. So raise your hands in glory and behold the miracle of life as it unfolds before your eyes. Oh, don't waste away your time. Come back to the light. You are divine. No, no, no. You are the stars. You are the sun. You are the moonlight. You're the one who'll bring you closer to the sky. Feel how the rhythms they collide. So dry your eyes and live your life. Open your wings and learn to fly. Children of the light. Children of the light. Rise now. Rise. 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 Children rise. Rise, rise, children rise. Rise, 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 children rise. Rise, 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 children rise. The time is later than you know. The time is later than you know. That's all I have. All I have is my heart, and these songs, they're for me. They're for me. They remind me how to become a better human being. And I feel silly thinking that they would make a difference, that this would make a difference. So thank you for watching from the sidelines. For being so passive in a world that needs more action. I'm done. I don't want to do this. I'm moving all of this to Patreon. I'm not stopping my singing, but I'm not doing this anymore, expecting social media to see who I am and see what I can bring to the world. So, I'll see you all around. Blessings.